My name is Gavin Evans, and this is my review of Will the Crawdads Sing. And this is a movie I knew nothing about. All I knew it was Daisy Edgar-Jones living in a swamp. That's where my knowledge began and ended. I've heard some people love it, some people hate it. I didn't know what to expect, and I thought it was fine. I really liked lots of it, but there were some things that held it back for me. But let's get into it first with the beginning. The first act of this movie was the strongest part. I felt like it set up the foundation for the story and character in a very effective manner. I thought it had some genuine emotion to it, and I kind of wanted it to be a bit longer. I would have liked it if we spent time with the family before they all ran off. But what we got was still a very strong start. I think this movie is really well shot. It looks great, and the setting of this swamp, this marsh, is brought to life incredibly well, and you just get a sense of this girl's daily routine and how she gets around on this boat and everything. I thought the courthouse drama elements were really well done. And there is a strong story being told. And the ending of this movie, it actually caught me by surprise. It shouldn't have. I was thinking about it at a certain point, but then I'm like, maybe not. I guess we'll find out. And yeah, the ending worked for me. It allows it to linger, and I'm going to be thinking about this movie for the next couple of days based on the strengths of that ending, and I like the Taylor Swift song in the credits. But I do got two big issues with this movie. The first one is going to seem odd, but the reality is Daisy Edgar-Jones is a total babe, and she looks amazing in this movie. So much so to the point where I got taken out of the movie. She's supposed to be this girl who was raised by herself and who lives in this swamp, and she looks that good. I don't buy it. It completely took me out of the movie. I'm just like, she doesn't look like a girl who lives in a swamp. She just doesn't. You know, you can say what you want about Jennifer Lawrence, but when she's playing Katniss Everdeen, she isn't looking super great and all that. And I'm not blaming Daisy Edgar-Jones. I'm blaming the direction. She looked way too clean and pretty, and just it ruins the emotion of the movie. And there's one scene near the end where these girls are talking about how she did her makeup and her hair for once and how she looked great. And I'm just thinking to myself, she has looked like that the entire movie. So that was a big issue. My second big issue is actually a really big issue, and it's the fact that I could not care less about any of these romances. I get why they're there in the story, but it just felt so generic. It brought me back to the days where like every movie had a love triangle. There was Hunger Games with Katniss and Peeta and Gale, Twilight with Bella, Edward, Jacob, Divergent I think had one too. It just brought me back to that period. It just felt very generic, and yeah, the performances in this movie are quite strong. Daisy Edgar-Jones, she's a great actress, and she continues to prove it again here. She carries this movie incredibly well. You've got David Strathairn, who I think does a good job as a very different kind of character. You've got Michael Hyatt and Sterling Macer Jr., who I thought were very good, and I would have liked more of them. I would have liked to see more of their relationship with Daisy Edgar-Jones' character. You also got Taylor John Smith, who is just the most bland character on the planet. Like I said, no matter how much the movie wanted me to care for him, I just never did. And we've also got Harris Dickinson, who didn't really do too much for me. I thought it was a rather bland performance. So maybe that's my issue with the romance, was these two performances, because it's definitely the weakest elements of this movie. But look, there's still plenty else to enjoy. Like I said, there is a strong story being told. I get what they're going for, and it's effective at that. The first act does set a good emotional foundation for the rest of the movie. It's well shot, it's well acted. There's moments that are better than others. It's not a consistent movie, but despite all its flaws, I still think this is a pretty decent one worth watching. So I'm going to go ahead and give Will the Crawdads Sing a 6 out of 10. Okay, have you seen Will the Crawdads Sing? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for some more videos soon. And Gavin, out.